because of the kids. They call me Mr. Glass. Hey, so this is the Vista series. Touchstone was a way that Disney could make a little R-rated money and no one be the wiser. No one would know. You know, they even bought Miramax. Miramax made Pulp Fiction. So they want money. They don't really care about, you know, the family thing that much if money is involved. Let's see. Let's do this right. Click. But then there was this. This is the Vista series. Now, one other M. Night film, his real famous film, Sixth Sense, was the Vista series, and so was Roger Rabbit. I'm not sure how many others there were. I don't think very many. It's kind of like the Meridian Collection, where it's like, wow, this is cool. I can't wait to collect them all. Oh, I already have. Well, that's great. So, this is, especially if we discount Tarantino and Spike Lee. This is probably my favorite film with Samuel Jackson because he's in it quite a bit. Let me give a hint of backstory. We were going to see The Grinch. I think it was Thanksgiving. I was with my cousin, who I did not get along with very well throughout our growings ups. He had some problems with his brain. Man, and in the end, this is not really his fault. So we were doing okay, actually. He was with this girl, and we were all going to see The Grinch, but you couldn't see The Grinch. If you didn't pre-order that ticket, you weren't seeing The Grinch. I was like, well, Unbreakable is by M. Night Shyamalan, who did Sixth Sense. It should be really good. So we all went and saw that. And at some point, the girl spilled a drink in his lap on purpose and thought it was really funny. I remember that really well. I also remember this being just absolutely amazing. I swore, though, somebody had spoiled Sixth Sense for me. If you didn't see it quick enough, they were going to do that. I said, I'm not going to be tricked. And it was about comic books. I was like, sweet, okay. And Samuel Jackson is in it a lot, which is great. He plays a guy who is convinced that Bruce Willis' character, David Dunn, is a superhero because he survives a train accident. He's the only one who survives this accident. And he has almost like a checklist of things that you know, aspects of him that will prove scientifically that he is a superhero. And everything is very slow and like M. Night dramatic. You know, it's not a traditional comic book movie, but I liked that. That I really appreciated. Now, on the other hand, you have this character. He's usually sometimes he can walk, sometimes something horrible happens and he's back. You know, he's broken his bones over and over again. He has a disease where he's a very fragile person, and he's obsessed on comic books because that's kind of all he had for joy when he was a kid, and that's what David Dunn sees in him. Like, this dude is just obsessed, and at one point it does seem like that. Like, okay, maybe there's no truth to what's going on, but you know, in a way that there is. And you figure that that's a twist. Oh, wow, he does have powers. He is a superhero. No, it's so much better. So much better. And M. Night recently had he's had some problems. I'm a big defender of him. I'm a little different than the normal person in a lot of ways, but I'm a big defender of M. Night. I like his movies quite a bit, but it's nice that he also has popular success like he used to as well. When he made the movie Split, there was what some people consider one of his greatest twists, was that it was a hidden sequel to Unbreakable, and it hinted at a trilogy which is going to be made with Samuel Jackson reprising the role of Mr. Glass, and having your main character from Split and David Dunn all in the same film. It's like Avengers M. Night style. It's pretty exciting. But what I liked about this so much is he's allowed to be funny, and in a really not an exaggerated way at all. You see how funny Samuel Jackson can be if he's given the right character, the right lines, some tragedy, but a lot of levity because of that. He's quite a charismatic person, and I think that's why the twist hits so hard at the end. I had one of those moments where it's so cliche, but when it hit, I fell back in my chair. And I kind of knew I'd be with M. Night forever because of that. Then, in California, I saw The Village, and I started to become like other people, and I did not like The Village at the time. The people I was with did like The Village, and they liked it for the reasons I like it now. I don't know, I think you start to just see a pattern or have expectations, and you follow those expectations, and that's all you want of a person. That's not fair. And that's not right. And a director, I think, is able to do other things, even though The Village has... He usually does two layered twists. There's usually two twists going on. And I think the subtle twist is sometimes the best part of the film. There are strange scenes in this. I also kind of wish the kid had been Haley Joel, because the kid that they got is very Haley Joel-like. And most of the scenes with David Dunn and his child are quite good. The weightlifting scene is great, with the child getting farther and farther away as David lifts weights that should be impossible for a human. And he's doing it on purpose. The gun scene is very strange. There is a point where the child points a gun at his dad and says, you know, he's gonna prove it. This is all you need. We'll just prove it right now, right? And it's kind of for the audience, too, because you're like, wow, okay, well, you know, it's true. If he gets shot, that'll be it, and we'll know. And I like the kind of white people way that David Dunn and his wife, who's Robin Wright Penn, actually, The Princess Bride, how they deal with their child. They talk in a special way. Hey, if you shoot me, you're right. I'll be fine, but I'm going to go away. Because we don't do this. We don't shoot people. Very interesting. Some people seem to criticize his M. Night's way of language, but I don't. I would rather people speak way over the top intelligent or creatively rather than, you know, just the most cliche whole, you know, watch out, who's gonna blow, you know. You know, just the silly simple lines that you hear all the time. The M. Night tries to do better than that, and if it doesn't go through, well, it's too bad. And it is slightly his fault. He should have the line readings until it's perfect. I agree. A director is the one always at fault for that. But in general, I love this film. I really do wish. I mean, I do wish the Vista series had more stuff. I'm gonna look up to see if it had more, but that's a pretty good 3, though, Roger Rabbit is a great film, and then you have his 2. So, well, I await Mr. Glass. That's all I gotta say. Glass should be great. Glass should be. That card was signed by Alex Ross, by the way, but not for real. He signed it, but it was just printed. So maybe one day I'll have Alex Ross. I'll meet him and I'll have him trace his own signature. Say thank you, sir. On the other side is David Dunn. Really pretty. Thank you.